Hey there, everybody. This is BK from Forge Crypto Trading, and today I wanted to take a quick look at Bitcoin and the US dollar, as well as a few other altcoins that I think have some decent potential to them. So let's get into this real quick. All right, so on Bitcoin, let's just take a look at what we had here before. So before we had that inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we have our neckline. So right now, what we're doing is we're coming down and we're testing that neckline as support, and we're bouncing off of it. What I really like about this is the candlestick formation that is forming. We have a tweezer bottom. So that's a bullish engulfing red one, and then a bullish engulfing green one right after it. So as you see, the tweezer, left tweezer, right tweezer. Pretty straightforward. It looks like a tweezer, and that's why it's called that. And what I also had was a rising wedge before, but I was thinking about it. What if it wasn't a rising wedge? Since we are in a bullish trend, it's better to assume the best and not the worst. So what we have here, in my opinion, what it could be, is a parallel channel. Now, it doesn't necessarily have all the touch points we need on the bottom to make it a parallel channel, but what it does have is heartline respect. So when you check for heartline respect, that's a good indicator if it's valid or not. So let's see. As you see, it's using it as resistance here, using it as support here, using it as resistance here, finally cracked it and started using it as support. And as you see, it's like has tons of heartline respect. What's interesting is right where it's bouncing now is right off of the heart line and the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders. So for Bitcoin, I see nothing but good things in the future, and maybe we're going to keep marching on up, and we'll eventually hit those targets we were talking about before, like 68,000, 70K. That's like a nice round number, psychological resistance, and then eventually reach that goal of $72,000, like up here maybe. So anyways, that was Bitcoin and the US dollar. Now there's another one I wanted to take a look at, and that's Cardano, because Cardano looks really, really good. So let's take a look at this. All right, so what do we have here on Cardano? Let's see. Let's zoom out. So we have our first low, our second low, which is a higher low, then a third low, which is where we seem to have found support. So that's 3 lows in a row that are showing clear accumulation. And now we also have our top trend line, which is being used as resistance, which is about right here. So we really need to break this point, and if we do, we're going to see a huge move to the upside. And we also have our support down here. Can't forget to mention that. Something like this. So where would the targets be on Cardano? That's probably what you're wondering right now, and I'm about to give you that information right now. So one way to do this is to get the measured move. And how do we do the measured move, one might ask? Well, quite simple. You just get the price range. You go from the bottom to the top of the structure. You take that, you copy and paste it. You place it from where the breakout point would be, which is right here. Where would that put us to? Well, it's going to put us to about $2.07. But psychological resistance is probably about $2. So I would aim for $2 on this trade. Now, where would you want to enter on this trade? That's another good question. Well, you definitely don't want to enter right now because we're at the top of the pattern. And yeah, you never want to enter at the top of patterns. You either want to enter on the bottom of the support, which would be down here. So if we ever come back down and test this, which might not even happen, you can enter there. Or alternatively, you could buy the breakout. When you buy the breakout, you want to buy what's called a break, hook, and go. So I'll show you what that is. So break, hook, and go would be something like this. You break out, you hook back down, then you get another confirmation candle called the go candle. It's a bullish engulfing green one. So something like that. Don't mind the drawing. Here, I'm going to adjust that so you can actually see what I mean. So it hooks down, uses the former resistance as support, and then it goes. So what you could do is when it breaks out and hooks back down, you could buy right here and then place a stop loss right below. So something like this. Let's take a look at what it could look like. And don't forget, this is not financial advice. I'm just showing you how to set up your own trades. So you can make your own trade setups and do your own thing. Because the last thing I want you guys doing is following what I'm doing and making mistakes based off things that I do. Because this is just the bare basics. And the bottom line is you got to have your own trading plan. So never, ever, ever follow what I'm doing. Just always have your own trading plan. So that means having your profit taking level your stop loss, which I'm about to show right now, and the reasons why you're entering, which I've just went through. So on this one, you want to check out your risk to reward. And don't forget, what is a good risk to reward? A minimum of 4 to 1. Never go under 4 to 1 because that's suicide. So this one here is 7.8 to 1. So this is a decent risk to reward. It's not bad. And this is a chart I'm really feeling. So I just wanted to show you guys Cardano. So that's this one. And then the next one I wanted to show you was Avax, because that's another really good chart as well. Let's take a look at Avax here. All right, what do we have here? Well, it's already moved up a bit since where I last had it, so this is still really good though. Let's take a look at it though. So you have our first low, second low, third low, accumulation, ascending triangle pattern, similar to Cardano, but this one is already broken out. Now remember I was talking about the break, hook, and go? Here you go. Here you have it. This is a great example. You have the break, and now we have the hook. So what you could do right now is, if you wanted to play this kind of trade in your own trading plan, so you can buy the hook and then place a support, or sorry, not a support, a stop loss, something like this. So where do you usually want to put stop losses? Well, at previous supports. You don't want to go under supports, because if you go under supports, you're probably going down to the next one, and you don't want to do that. So what's a target on this one? Well, we could gun for the 618, because that's usually where it goes to. So this one's only 3 to 1. So ideally, you would want to be aiming higher on this one, because at this point, the risk to reward just doesn't match the criteria. So let's look left and look at other supports. Well, the 786 looks like a, or sorry, when I said support, I meant resistances. So let's look left here. What's a previous resistance? Well, right here at the 786 matches up perfect. So this would be a target that you could shoot for if you wanted to. And that gives us a 5.15 risk to reward, which is good, and that's acceptable. But that would only be the beginning, in my opinion. That would be the first target that one would shoot for. The second one would be the 100% retrace, which would be at $60.30. So the risk to reward on that one would give us like 7.82 to 1, which is really good. And if you wanted to go for the home run target, which is if we break all-time highs, like where we would likely go, it would be the 1.618 retrace. And that would be a 15 to 1 risk to reward, and leave us at about $83. So this is Avax. This is just a way that you could size it up in your own trade with your own trading plan, not mine. And yeah, I wanted to show you that one. Now, I had one more altcoin that I wanted to look at, and that's DOT to the USDT. This one's really nice too. So let's take a look at this. What do we have here? Well, what do we have here? Well, to me, it looks like a pennant. So let's draw this one out. Our top trend line and our bottom trend line. So this is what you would call a bull pole, bull flag. So it's like a flagpole. You see, there's the pole, there's the flag. And the way you could do the measured move off that is by taking the size of the pole and using that as our target. So something like this. So that would put us to here. Or another way that you could do it if you don't like that method is you could just measure it with the price range tool. It's probably going to be pretty similar though. Yeah, it's very similar, you see? So that's just another way that you could do it if you don't like doing the drawing out method and copying and pasting. You don't have to do it that way. So let's see. What would our risk to reward be on this? Well, ideally, you want to buy the bottom of these patterns. Right now, we're kind of in the middle, so it's not the best. So I would personally wait to get in on this one, or wait, or just like get in previously when it hits the bottom, you know what I mean? Because that's like the most ideal scenario. So on this one, because we're right here, I'll just do it from where we are. Where would we put a stop loss? Like I said, previous supports. And for our target, be right here. So 7.18 to 1. So that's a good risk to reward. You only have to be right 1 in 7 times to be profitable. Or sorry, to break even. And then anything after that is complete profit. And these trades, they statistically have a chance of 80% to break to the upside. The bull pull, bull flag in a bull market. That's just the statistics. So they're definitely on your side here. And the thing about stop losses and why we put them at the support, because like I said in my previous video, supports are just like floors. You do not want to fall through the floor on this, because where do you go through, or where do you fall to if you fall through the floor? Well, it's down here at about 29 bucks. And yeah, that's a big drop from $41 to 29 bucks. You do not want that to happen to you, because that's going to destroy your bankroll. So we got to minimize our risk and maximize our reward, and that's what we're doing here at 4Edge Crypto Trading. And so what's some other edges on this trade that make it good as well? Well, let's take a look. What do we have on our MACD? Well, we're making a higher low, but we're making higher levels of negative momentum. So that's hidden bullish divergence. So this is a really good one too. I really like this trade. Same thing on the RSI. Actually, no, it's not on the RSI. Well, this is a very good trade, so I just wanted to showcase all these trades to you. And yeah, you can use them as templates and find these on other charts. So you can pull up any random chart and find your own trade setups through learning technical analysis. Anyways, this has been BK from 4Edge Crypto Trading. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, join the Discord. Because if you join the Discord and ask me any of your questions, I'm going to be there to answer it for you and help you learn technical analysis. Because I'm not trying to give handouts here. What I'm trying to do is teach people how to fish. I could give you the fish, but if I do that, you're never going to learn how to catch your own fish. And that's what we're about here, teaching people how to fish. Never rely on another man for your fish. Learn how to catch your own. And another thing I have in mind that I'm going to start doing is I want to do a stream where I'm doing technical analysis, and you can request any chart that you want, and I'll pull that chart up and I'll do the TA live in front of you so you can see how the TA is done and learn from it, and then be able to do it yourself. And I'll answer any questions about like, oh, how do you do this? How do you do that? I'll be there to answer those questions. So it's going to be a great educational stream, and I hope you guys are interested in that. And if you are, just leave a thumbs up in the video and put a comment below saying that, yeah, I'm interested in something like that, and I'd love to see that stream. And that'd be great. So anyways, this has been BK from 4Edge Crypto Trading, and I'm signing out. Peace.